Hello there. It's nice to see you again. Sweet spot you got here. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Things were getting quiet around here, you know? Just as well. There's something I wanted to ask. In your experience, what preparations would I need to make before visiting a newly excavated desert ruin? Not yet. This question's purely hypothetical. Most of the members of the Temple of Silence spend their time at our base, researching and watching over our ancient technologies. But there are times when we must investigate external locations. I try not to miss out on those opportunities. Really? Was my intel wrong then? You know, so much of the desert remains a mystery, even to people who lived there a long time. Sometimes, we find our path blocked by a bunch of mechanisms before we can even get inside the ruin. Take the area around the mausoleum of King Deshret, for example. That area has the highest concentration of ruins related to King Deshret. It's also where investigation teams are liable to encounter the most trouble. It looks like nothing more than a swath of empty desert, but it's packed to the gills with invisible walls. We spent enormous amounts of efforts to uncover the expanse of the ruins, only to then discover that determining their height was the real issue. Later on, a team member suggested bringing some of that invisible material back with us, and using it to build an invisible labyrinth around the Temple of Silence to ward off intruders. Hey, do I seem like that sort of person to you? But I'll admit, we were thinking along the same lines. It's just, I wasn't sure our people could navigate a labyrinth like that, so I didn't bring it up. In the end, my concerns turned out to be valid, and we scratched the idea. Don't mention it. Even if you don't count that labyrinth, I can assure you that the desert's not hurting for mysteries. That's the experienced adventurer aura I expected. So, are you familiar with the differences in climate between various regions in the desert, too? Take the area around the mausoleum of King Deshret, for example. That area has the highest concentration of ruins related to King Deshret. It's also where investigation teams are liable to encounter the most trouble. Even if you don't count that labyrinth, I can assure you that the desert's not hurting for mysteries.